So, was waking up at 4 a.m. with a 7-year-old to see the sunrise in Santorini. Worth it? Well, we got the entire island to ourselves. Let's talk about it. Waking up this early on vacation feels a little crazy, I'll admit, but seeing those first rays of light hit the white buildings of Oja, with literally no one else around, it was pure magic. This trip was a bucket list item for us, and we wanted to do it right, but also on a budget that made sense for a family. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The full cost breakdown for our 6-day, 5-night trip for our family of 3. The grand total came to $3,164. That works out to about $527 per day. The biggest chunk, as you might guess, was our accommodation. We booked a stunning cave hotel with a caldera view for 5 nights, which cost $1,480. We found flights from Europe during the shoulder season in October for $487. Renting a car, which was essential with a kid, plus fuel, came to $218. Our food budget, a mix of cheap and delicious gyros and a few nice dinners, was $584. And finally, for activities like a boat tour and visiting the winery, we spent $395. It's not a cheap destination, but planning it during the shoulder season definitely saved us a ton. Now, let's walk through our 6-day journey, day by day. Day 1 was all about that sunrise. We arrived in Oja at 4:50 a.m. to completely empty streets. I can't even describe the feeling of having this world-famous village all to ourselves. We wandered, took photos, and just soaked it all in as the sun came up. It was the perfect, peaceful start to our trip, and a memory our son still talks about. On day 2, we headed to the famous Red Beach. The landscape there is just surreal, with these towering red volcanic cliffs. Our son was absolutely obsessed with the unique volcanic sand. He spent literally hours just digging and playing, completely in his own little world. It was one of those simple, perfect family moments you can't plan. Day 3 was probably our son's favorite day of the entire trip. We took a caldera boat tour, which sailed around the island and gave us incredible views from the water. The highlight was jumping off the boat to swim in the volcanic hot springs. The water is this unique, warm, sulfur-rich mix. He thought it was the coolest thing ever, and honestly, so did we. It's an absolute must-do if you're visiting with adventurous kids. Day 4, we explored Fira, the island's capital. It's another beautiful town clinging to the cliffs. We rode the cable car down to the old port, which offers some breathtaking views on the way down. Now, you'll see donkeys there offering rides back up. We had a little family debate about it, but ultimately decided to take the cable car back up. It just felt like the right choice for us. On our 5th day, we dove into some ancient history at the Akrotiri archaeological site. It's this incredibly well-preserved Minoan city that was buried in volcanic ash, kind of like a Greek Pompeii. It was fascinating to walk through the ancient streets. Afterwards, we needed some downtime, so we packed a picnic and headed to a black sand beach. The contrast of the dark sand against the blue water is just stunning. And then came our final day. We decided to watch our last sunset from Imravigli, which is known for its incredible, unobstructed views. It was the perfect, quiet spot to say goodbye to the island. And as we were filming the sunset, something amazing happened. We accidentally captured a surprise proposal happening on a nearby rooftop. It was such a beautiful, romantic moment, and a totally unexpected end to our trip. Okay, now it's time for the raw truth. Traveling to Santorini with a child is incredible, but it's not always easy. Let's break down the pros and cons. Honestly, the biggest pro, without a doubt, was seeing Oja at sunrise. Having that iconic place completely to ourselves was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I would recommend to anyone. Also, traveling in the shoulder season meant about 70% fewer crowds, which made everything more relaxed and enjoyable. And a nice little bonus: kids get into most attractions for free or at a reduced price. Now for the cons. Let's be real. The island is built on a cliff, which means steps. Hundreds and hundreds of steps. Pushing a stroller up and down those was a workout I wasn't prepared for. It's not a stroller-friendly place, period. We also found that some of the nicer restaurants weren't very welcoming to kids after 9 p.m., which limited our dinner options. And I have to mention the parent anxiety. The combination of strong winds and steep cliffs meant I felt like I was having a mini heart attack every 5 minutes. And finally, the meltdowns. Our son is 7, and the long days of walking and exploring meant that by 5 p.m. every single day, he was done. We had some epic meltdowns, and we're showing you the real footage, because that's part of family travel. But even with the challenges, the meltdowns, and the tired legs, was it worth it? Absolutely. 100%. Yes. Because for every tough moment, there were 10 moments of pure magic. Moments of quiet connection, of seeing the world through his eyes, of hearing him shout with pure joy. This is the most beautiful place in the whole world. Those are the moments that stick with you. The ones that make the 4 a.m. wake-up calls and the stroller hauling completely, utterly worth it. It's a trip our family will cherish forever. Thanks so much for watching our journey. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more family travel adventures. Next week, we're taking you to the Swiss Alps. See you then.